Welcome to Voice and Accent English Speaking Skills Training Program. Trainer name Sudeep Nag. Contact details mentioned below. So, before we start the training session, we must understand what is voice and accent. I have divided it into three important components. The first one is phonetics. Second one, articulation of sounds. And the third one is accent and pronunciation. A few FAQ questions. Accent. What is an accent? Well, accent is the way you and I speak. What is MTI? For non-native speakers, it is the mother tongue influence that is a part of the way you speak in English. What is neutral accent? It is the way you speak that, if free from MTI and thus easily understood by people across the globe. What are the factors that influence our accent? Regional and social background of the speaker influences our accent. How does it influence? It influences the pronunciation, word stress, intonation. How do we produce the correct sound? The chart here shows a diagram of the speech organs: nasal cavity, the lip, the teeth, the body of the tongue, tip of the tongue, back of the tongue, or the root of the tongue, larynx or the vocal cords, and the alveolar ridge, the upper palate, and the lower palate. All these mentioned right now are the speech organs, and by correcting pronouncing the words by using the correct way of articulation, we produce the correct sound. So what are sounds? Before we start, we must remember English is a non-phonetic language. What does that mean? It means that in English we do not have those guides for pronunciations in terms of phonetics. Sounds. Vowel sounds and consonant sounds. Let me repeat, there are two kinds of sounds. We just did in the previous slide articulators. When we articulate, we produce two different types of sounds. One, vowel sounds and consonant sounds. Unlike in writing, we have certain vowels and consonants. When we speak, we have different set of vowels and consonants. Vowel sounds are monophthongs and diphthongs. So the single vowel sound and the double vowel sound. Single is monophthongs and double is diphthongs. Consonant sounds in regards to the way we produce sounds, again voiced and unvoiced consonant sounds. This is the phonetic chart. The top part of the chart, there are 12 vowel sounds which are monophthongs and 8 diphthongs, so 20 in all vowel sounds, and consonant sounds 24. Single vowel sounds and double vowel sounds, two kinds of vowel sounds. A consonant sounds, how is it formed? Articulators come into contact with one another, or obstruction is created in the oral tract. Voiced, when we use the articulators, they're produced with a tangible vibration of the vocal cords with very little or no air. And voiceless, they are accompanied by a puff of air with very little or no vibration of the vocal cords. Voiced example: path, dime, game, van, them, price, usual, ginger. So you can clearly hear the vocal cords coming into play. Voiceless: path, time, came, fan, think, price, shoes, chin. So voiceless. Gush of air hits your hand once you try and pronounce this. What are syllable stresses? When we pronounce, we have to break a word into syllables. Minimum syllables 1. There could be 2 syllables in certain words, 3, 4 and 5. For example, dog has 1 syllable. So syllable is the vowel sound that is present in that word. Sound in dog is the vowel sound. So quiet, I. So quiet. So there are 2 sounds, x, pen, sieve, c, e. So 3 vowel sounds, therefore 3 syllables. Interesting, e, t, e. 4. Unexceptional, a, a. So 5 sounds. In linguistic, stress is the relative emphasis. So you stress on that part of the word, it gives a different meaning. For example, if I say object and object, process and process, content, content. The first words are nouns where you stress more on the first part, like content, object, process, and when you stress on the second part, process, object, content. So these are verbs. So the meaning of the word changes with the stress you put on the either the first part or the second part of the word. Again, some examples of vowel sounds present which gives more stress, and therefore the syllable stress comes into play, and how to break it into syllables. There are certain rules. Nation, motion. So ION rule. So stress on the syllable before the ION. So nation, TION, a, nation, emotion, lotion. If it is 3 syllables, again stress before TION, emotion, eruption, solution, condition, complexion. LOGY rule, biology, psychology, physiology. Stress just before LOGY. Similarly, photography, GRAPHY, before that syllable you need to stress. Geography, lithography. TION rule, nation, dictation, completion, situation, modulation, communication, notation, etc. TI rule, simplicity, stress before the TI, electricity, complexity, formality, nationality, possibility. What are intonations? For example, if I have to say the word hello in different situation and I intonate differently, it gives a different meaning. If I have to say hello to a friend, hello. If I have to say hello to a friend who I haven't seen for 3 years, hello. So that's a little bit of surprise in the intonation. To a neighbor that you don't like, hi, hello. To a 6-month-old baby, hello. To someone you have just found doing something they shouldn't, hello, hello. To someone on the phone, you are not sure if you are still on the phone, hello, hello. Similarly, how are you? To someone you haven't seen for, how are you? To someone you have recently lost a member, how are you? To someone you didn't sleep in their own bed, how are you? So it gives a different meaning, right? Word stress, similarly you stress on a different part of the word in a sentence. Say for example, what's your name? John Wood. So I could have said John Wood. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is again a Blue Sky presentation. Trainer name Sudeep Nag. Contact details mentioned below. Thank you so much.